Young Six. Young Six.
Baba is rolling.
Hello, my friend Daddy Freeze. How you doing, man?
How are you doing? How was the UK? Are you back from the UK?
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm back. You know, sorry I was on the call when a moment ago.
Okay, so wow, this is a lovely live. Dio, Young Six, Bongolee. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So let's hear this perspective.
All right. So let me just say something concerning, you know, we are Nigerians. Nigeria is our country. It's our first home. And definitely we want everything to work for us over there. And we have all tried different things. Daddy Freeze, am I talking for pigeon? There's a difference between somebody where they calculate and somebody where they don't do something in reality. I've spent over 20 years abroad. I have relocated to Nigeria from abroad as an accomplished person. I'll just give you a brief about me today. I have relocated to Nigeria, have lived in Nigeria for 2 years with the mind that I will never come back abroad. Do you hear me, my brother? So anything I tell you, I'm telling you from a practical view. I don't believe in talking too much, writing theory that doesn't work. That is one. Then two, for that, somebody said, Bill, check your audio. How people can hear me anyway? Okay, I don't know. Because I had a call earlier on. I don't know if that call is. So now, going to what I'm saying, let me just continue because I think some persons say they can hear me. Anyway, so if everybody can hear me, that's fine. If I just want to say something and just get out so that every other person can talk. It's not a debate. I'm not here to debate, neither am I here to argue. But I want to tell my fellow people, especially those in America, something. That lady that just left here and my good brother Bongolee. Let me tell you, we are Nigerians. In this America, even the Nigerian that come in here today without document will not do a job of $15 per hour. That is the bitter reality of this country. So why am I trying to say this? Even the Nigerian that come in here today without document will not even do a work of $15 per hour. So let us not think like Mexicans in the first place. So with that being said, I like to put myself at the level of everybody, but please Google my name. I work for a 50 big 5 company. I'm an IT security manager, okay? And with that being said, I can't judge everybody with my own personal income. But in reality, if you look at Nigeria economy today, I have a property in Nigeria that is a 3-bedroom flat, all ensuite. Daddy Freeze, inbox me tomorrow morning. I will call somebody, the gate man there, to put you on a live video. The total yearly income for that 4 apartments, each one is a 3-bedroom, all ensuite, cannot pay a 1-month mortgage in the United States. You know what I'm telling you? Yes, I can run the math for you. Let me run it for you. This particular building I'm talking about now, anyway, is within the Edo Delta and in a good area around there, because the yearly rent around there for even a very good home is about 500 to 600,000. Okay, let me hold on. I hear you say hold on for 1 second.
Daddy Freeze, we can't hear you. I can't hear you.
No, thank you, my brother. We can't hear Daddy Freeze.
Sorry,
thank
Young
you,
Six. I wanted to say Young Six. Can you mute?
Oh, okay.
Just mute. So because the way you are getting ready, I don't want you to leave. Just mute so that we can hear Bio very well.
Okay, bro. Yeah, so bro, the reason I'm saying this is whether you like it or not, I'm just talking of that property actually as one property, for example, that cannot pay mortgage for 1 month. Each flat in that particular property is 500 per flat, which gives 2 million in a year, and 2 million cannot give you $2,000 plus for a 2-bedroom in the Ibram area where I live here. Do you understand me, my brother? So that is just on the one aspect of it. I have somebody that owns one of the best hotels in one state in that country. If you see this property, my brother, when I come to Nigeria, I want to meet you personally. Maybe I will host you there. It's my blood person that owns that property. I was with him recently in Manchester. When he converted the money that hotel make, if you convert it to pounds, it be like rubbish. The reason I'm trying to say this that you freeze is this. You know, when we come here and we talk, we know what we are saying. Nobody loves Nigeria more than people of my type. Trust me. That my brother's wife told me in Manchester. He said, I remember the year when you used to come to Nigeria almost 4 times a year. She would say, what are you always doing here? So what am I trying to tell you here? Let us face the reality. Let us not beat around the bush, my brother. Do you understand me? Like I said, we can't come here, brag, or talk about people's income or something like that. For instance, even those, I'm in tech, and even in this America, when I hear some people talk about tech, I smile and I laugh. I didn't come here to learn tech. In case you don't know that, you freeze. I am a certified, I'm a certified security expert. Are you hearing me? Cyber security expert. And I have my degree in IT from a first world university and my master's as well. So what am I trying to tell you? When I see Nigerians, they come online sometimes, they talk bri. I'll just be looking and say, is it the same country where I did? It's like what happened to you sometimes in Lagos. Some people will be saying something about Nigeria. You'll be wondering, now this Lagos when me did, or now this one when I did. The reason I'm saying this is that, listen, there is nowhere there's no poverty. Even in America, there's poverty. Just so you know, nobody is disputing that. But if you choose to come to this America and choose to live with the poverty mindset that you came with, you will still continue to get the worst of the America. It's the truth. Because even when somebody was saying some hospitals here are not good, this and that, I'm not doubting it. I'm not saying it won't happen. I have daughter friends that have come into this country. They will tell you, even New York is one of the area they are more likely to get their posting or job to practice their medicine compared to any other state. That already tell you something. Then two, if you choose, somebody will come to this your life, they don't want to pay for internet. And when they go to hospital, do you think they'll go to good hospital? They will never go to good hospital. It's not the truth. You know, there are some people in this America that are still using Leica, $20 a month for phone bill, Leica. And they will still come online. Network will be streaming slow. They'll be saying, American network not good. The American network go good. Leica is a Chinese Indian company that are hacking to data to be selling somehow. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So the point I'm going at is that whether you live in America or you live in, see you now, you're in Nigeria, but your network not is slow because you are making the best out of your environment. So I'm tired of these people. When they come online, people will start talking about things like, this is not working in Lagos, this is not working in America. The entire world has its up and down. So it is what you choose. That is how you are going to live your life. It's not about, so that's all I wanted to say. So let us stop too much of all these. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Thank you.
My brother.
Thank you, my brother Bio. Definitely when you come to Nigeria, we are going to hook up. We started our relationship as enemies, but I'm glad we're friends and we can all reason things properly. Bongolee, I know you are itching to talk, but wait, let Young Six say something. Young Six, because somebody is listening to me, maybe with 2 devices. So, Young Six talk, I'll remove myself. Young Six, over to you, fine boy.
Hey, yo, what's up, boss? How you doing?
I'm good.
I enjoy your live conversations, very insightful and very educational too. I feel like you're one of the woke people that we have in Nigeria, so I have to give you your credits. Our people, they're very difficult to give credit where it's due, so I have to give you your flowers.
Thank you.
I've been listening to everybody since, and I feel like everybody has made factual and insightful contributions, based on their own reality. But I feel like a lot of the core of what the conversation should be has been lost in translation, right? So like the guy earlier that spoke before me, he said something. He said it's about the individual. So life is per head, meaning nothing is absolute. You know what I mean? Like your reality could be different from the next man's reality. Opportunities might be different from the next man's opportunities. But that's where we're speaking about economies like Nigeria. Now, this same guy that was speaking on the side, DJ, you were talking about minimum wage and all that stuff. Yeah, minimum wage is minimum wage. In Africa, minimum wage is not minimum wage. Even you might need to even know somebody to have access to minimum wage, right? Oh. And also in terms of talking about economies, I feel like there are economical structures that were built in this system for you to thrive. Now, the mentality a lot of Africans come to the US with doesn't allow them to adapt into that system, because first of all, when we come with like debt, like even me, when I first came to the US, I was buying all my cars cash. I still have that attitude of trying to adapt in me. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite and act like I'm exempted, right? So in terms of like things like that, one of the ways and pathways to build wealth, generational wealth, is through debt. So you're not going to come here and everything is just going to be available for you. Now I'm speaking from an entrepreneurial point of view. In terms of like working class and all that, when you're talking about minimum wage, you're talking about the people that almost at least qualified for the best possible opportunities in a region or section. So now we're not talking about the 6-figure people. We're not talking about the 7-figure people. We're not talking about people making $100,000 a month. We're talking about people in the worst case scenario with the most basic knowledge, basic degree, finding somewhere to put your foot or to live your life. You know what I mean? Now with what the guy was saying earlier, there was somebody that was speaking. Oh, I think it was you talking earlier and talking about making $1,000 a month. Now you're not going to be making $1,000 a month and be trying to live in an apartment that costs $1,000 a month as well. I feel like basically that doesn't make, sense. If you're trying to build a life for yourself, you have to build a sustainable life. You know what I mean? And if you're living, if you're making that amount of money, the whole idea of life itself and economics is to level up, is to scale up. Economics was built to stabilize and spread wealth across a community. That's the whole idea behind economics, to make systems work. So now with that being said, I feel like it's per head. You can say this person is doing this and is doing well for himself, and then somebody that has that same equal opportunity and might not be doing well for himself. Now, the issue about speaking about abroad and comparing it to Nigeria is everywhere in this world is going to have problems. And one of the reasons for the problems is one of the things I just said. Then another one is going to be because when it comes to nations and countries, even in America, they don't tend to appoint the best leaders. They tend to appoint the best politically fit agenda that they resonate with. So now if you're a Labour Party, you resonate with the ideologies of Peter Obi. If you are the other party, you resonate with the whatever of the other party. Now, these guys might not necessarily be bad leaders, but guess what? Life has kicked in, trauma has kicked in, tribalism has kicked in, even party differences have kicked in. So when these people get in those positions, mind you, the job of the president or the leader is not necessarily to do all the work and make the country great. No, his primary job is to put the right people in the right places to get those things done. Now, what happens when they get into those places is because, let's say, for example, Tinubu was a very good president, right? Maybe the best person to take care of our economic issues might be Peter Obi, but Tinubu will not trust Peter Obi enough to give him an appointment in the economic sector in Nigeria. Why? Party differences. Now, Tinubu has a limited amount of talents that are willing to be political, that are willing to support his cause, that he can trust to deliver what his mandate is as a president. So these are things that affect all countries, all nations. You can say the same for America. Some people prefer Biden because things were flourishing business-wise. Trump because things were flourishing business-wise while he was the president. Some people like Biden because the laws favor the average American. You know what I mean? So people have their own different ideologies, you know, that make things go different ways. You get what I mean? Now, with that being said, that shows you that no place, no country in this world goes without bad government. You go to Nigeria, you tell people, man, the government is, you hear people say the government is messed up. You go to America, you still hear people say the government is messed up. Every year, they're trying to remove the present president of every nation I know of in the world. There's no nation that you will step into and you will say, we have the best president and we want our president to stay. It's a lie. There's one party trying to remove that guy. You get what I mean? So now, with that being said, I go back to saying, like, it's about per head. And what I believe is that the structures here were built for people to be able to thrive. You telling somebody that, you know what, I know you're receiving $2,000 a month and your rent is $1,000 a month. The other $1,000 is going to be difficult for you to save up and buy a car. You know what? Save 20% of that money and come and get a car. You pay interest on that. It's the economy was built to assist you, as opposed to Nigeria, where the economy is built to assist the privileged people. You know what I mean? So it's different. Yeah, 1 + 1 is 2. In Nigeria, 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 plus bribe might not even get you to 2. So there's a difference in how the structure was built to support the people and the economical system. That's my own ideology about it. Like I said, I don't think anything is absolute. I don't think what you have said is wrong. I don't think what the gentleman said earlier is wrong as well.
Oh man, Young Six, you did brilliant too. I just had to put that, man.
Daddy Phil.
Thank you.
Daddy Phil. Let me add something.
You have 2 minutes to add so that we can round up. I'm exhausted.
I know. Yeah. I know. I want to add something to what Young Sis is saying. Young Sis, very beautiful submission. And this is the first time I'm conversing with you one-on-one. So it's an honor. Top musician, Naija, we hear your song, everything. Yes. What we're talking about, what we're explaining here in economic terms is what is called wealth inequality and income inequality. So today, as we speak, in South Africa has the highest income inequality. So that means the gap between the poor and the rich is very wide. Nigeria is not as bad when it comes to inequality. Because, yes, compared to South Africa. Because in inequality, there are a lot of things that he said here, but in economic terms, I will just break it down. You look at minimum wage, you look at benefits, and then you look at taxes. Because he broke it, he said if you are earning $2,000 US, the rent you are going to pay is 1,000. I know you can't survive on that 1,000, the extra 1,000. You know what? Come and pay 300 and come and collect this 2023 Toyota Camry. But you pay interest on it. And he said something, you live on debt. You make wealth on debt. However, that structure is not favorable in the Nigeria that we have today. Unfortunately. Because Nigeria doesn't even have the liquid cash. In fact, because of the current presidents that we have, he has made CBN to release the last 7 annual reports. Last 7, which we found out that Emefiele went to borrow $13 billion US from Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley in America here. So why am I saying all of this? Yes, why am I saying all of this? I'm saying all of this because Nigeria as a country, because we don't have that buffer, that money, there are a lot of things that we cannot do. Now, lastly, in my submission here, I will say that Nigeria is not as expensive as living abroad. Now, I talked about minimum wage. I know you said you may not look at minimum wage and all of that stuff, but then minimum wage is a way that we can compare because all countries have minimum wage. You you know, all countries have minimum wage, so you can use that to compare. And one of the people that came on live talked about, lastly, he said $7.25, they are not collecting $7.25. Do you know that waiters, waiters earn $2.35 per hour in America, federal minimum wage? That's how much they earn per hour. So we have to...
But you know, I don't want to drag off back, but Bill said there is federal minimum wage and there is the reality. He said something. He said even people that come on fake papers would not collect that amount of money per hour.
So what would they collect? Would they collect less or more?
They will collect more.
Also, can I say something? I feel like you're leaving a very important information out of the waiters stuff. There are waiters that accept jobs, right? And they get paid on tips. So most of those waiters and most of those restaurants, they have a 10% gratuity minimum, which in essence covers up for what the waiter is supposed to be paid from the companies. And that's based on the particular license you have from that business that can allow you to do that. So it's not all waiters or all restaurants, you know, and 10%
I'm just saying federal. I'm just saying that's happening since 2009. Federal.
This conversation is never going to end. For the first time, you notice that Daddy Freeze did not insult anybody this conversation, because I wanted this to be as open-minded as possible. I appreciate every single person that has come on here, most especially my biggest customer for today, Anthony Nkem Okpara. Thank you so much for the money guns, the motorcycle, and everything else you've sent. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, Young Six. Thank you, Bio. Thank you, Bongolee. Thank you, Brume, who came in the afternoon. Thank you, my darling sister, Tosin Olu. Tosin Olu, for the first time, is the only girl that joined today. So I'm so glad to have had her on for that long. And all the other gentlemen whose names I might have forgotten or omitted, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. This is a conversation we need to have. There are people who want to relocate. They don't know what America sounds like. And there are some people in America who want to come back to Nigeria. They are not sure. All these conversations will equip us with information to make those decisions properly. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you all on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Bongolee, always being here. And once again, thank you for being an encyclopedia of figures and economics. Take care.
Bye bye, Daddy. Please.
Good night.